Hey, this is Steven from the Legit PC, and I have a pretty cool video for you guys today. I'm going to be talking about the product I've been working on. I've been working on a case cooler for the Legit PC, or entire case cooler. This guy is designed to compete / substitute a water cooling kit, as this particular design is a Peltier cooler based design, as it doesn't need a water block, it doesn't need water blocks, it doesn't need tubing, it doesn't need pumps, it doesn't need the water, and it doesn't need a reservoir. And it's also a completely silent system besides the two fans. So if I get two really silent fans, then it's going to be almost silent. So what is a Peltier based cooler? A Peltier based cooler is basically what you see here. This is a prototype. This is just to show the the concept, the proof of concept. A Peltier is something that takes current and voltage from your power supply and causes a differential. Now, a differential is the temperature difference between two sides. So a Peltier cooler is just like a little chip, and it has a cold side and a hot side. The cold side is here and the hot side is here. So it requires two different heat sinks that do two different functions. Now, an average Peltier cooler temperature differential is about 60 degrees. So what happens is when you feed it current, the hot side will gain in temperature and the cold side will drop in temperature. So the hot side, for example, if you have an 80-degree room, will jump up to 90 to 95. Now the cold side will drop 60 degrees compared to that. So it will be 35 to 30 degrees. And now the thought of the fans is that the colder you get the hot side, the colder you could get on the cold side, but you can't change the differential. So if you have an 80-degree room, and let's say you didn't have a fan and it jumps up to 100 degrees, then that means the cold side's only dropping to 40 degrees. But now if you put a fan on it and you drop it 10 degrees from 80-degree room, and the hot side's now 90 degrees instead of 100 degrees, now you got it to 30 degrees without any extra power added into the Peltier cooler, as like I said, you cannot change the differential. And that will cause you to be more energy efficient and also to throttle back on how much current you give your Peltier cooler. So that is a basic, and also the fan here on the cold side is to take your air from the inside of your PC, bring it through this cold heatsink, and cool it down even more, just like a refrigerator or something like that. So I have 3 different units that I'm working on, 3 different models of this unit. This particular unit is a pretty big and very inefficient prototype of a proof of concept. This particular guy will go into a bottom-mounted power supply case. So here's your power supply. Usually in those cases, in front of the power supply is a 120 millimeter fan slot, and this guy goes on top of that 120 millimeter fan slot to suck cold air from the bottom of the case to cool down the hot side and to make the cold side drop in temperature. Now the second model, which is my first model I'm going to work on, and the most important model probably for mostly everybody will be able to use this no matter what the case, is a unit that is designed to slide into a DVD drive bay. Now, the first model is going to only take up one slot, as now PC gamers are getting rid of their DVD drive, just to be downloading stuff on Steam or whatever. So they just download it instead of using a CD anymore. So they have a lot of open DVD drive slots. So I'm going to have different models for that. I'm going to first start out with the one slot DVD 6-inch drive bay slot that has one slot, then another one that takes up 2 slots, and another one that takes up 3 slots. As most mid towers have 3 slots, and most full towers will have like 5 or 4 or 6 or whatever. And the final one will be that now most cases have perforated tops, so you could have, usually they'll put a water cooling radiator at the top, because they'll have either two 120mm fan slots or two 140mm fan slots, or even three 120s or three 140s. And I'll have a unit that goes there at the top, and that runs from the top of your case, and will cool down the rest of your case. So, like I said, this unit is designed to replace water cooling setups, as it doesn't require water blocks, so you could cool down the entire case with this particular unit, and it'll cool down everything all at once. So you could use your stock heatsink from your Intel or AMD heatsink that came free with the chip. You could use your free shroud that came with your video card, as well as the heatsink inside of that video card, as well as using the free heatsink that came with your RAM. And this will cool all of them at once, quieter, more efficient, and also drop the temperature more. And also, I have it priced very, very competitively. So the cheapest water cooling kit that I've seen that's pretty decent is the Corsair, what was it, H50, which is $59.99. My cheapest DVD, my DVD 6-inch drive slot cooler is going to be $69.99. So it's an extra $10. And the most expensive one that you'll probably find would probably be the bottom or the top. It should be under $100. I know the bottom one I could get under $100. I'm thinking like $89.99, and the top one I haven't even really considered too much yet. So, moving on to the very end of the video, I have a promotion going on for this cooler where if you give me $20 US through PayPal, I'll give you $30 in-store credit towards buying one of these units, either the pre-order units that will be coming out soon, or the full production units, which will cost more than the pre-production units. And so I'll basically be giving you $10 extra to put towards those units if you give me 20. And the 20 is to do research on this particular setup and get, not this particular model, but to work on this cooler to get it more efficient, use less power, more safe to control the temperature, as well as lighter, not as tall, not as wide, get the best bang for your buck, and also make it as quiet as possible. Alright, so this is basically it for the first look teaser at the Black Box Mist. So be on the lookout for the pre-production models, as well as the promotion, and you could subscribe to my channel to be updated with this product that I'm working on, as later videos will have demos of this product, and also to keep informed with all the other videos I do. Alright, so I'd like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to stay updated with everything on the Legit PC, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.